Alright, hi everybody. Welcome to another stream. This will be last one at least of this week-long period. So hope you all are doing well. Anybody watching this right now or potentially watching this after the stream is ended. It's been overall a pretty quiet day so far. Went to church earlier, made lunch, uh, did a couple things around my place. Now it's stream time. So yeah, today I'm going to be playing a different game than what I've played before. This one's probably another one that a lot of people who are here on this channel haven't really heard of. Sorry You Are Being Hunted is what it's called. Played this game before, but this is my first time streaming it. This one is a survival and stealth type game. I'll kind of explain exactly what the basis of the game is, what the objectives are as I go within it, but it should be a pretty fun one. Yeah, I enjoyed playing this game, and I think this will be a fun one to stream. So yeah, I'm excited. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the game up and running. Wait for the game to be up and running. Oh, perfect. Gotta update the resolution. But if you haven't seen already, I scheduled a couple streams for this week or for next weekend. Next Friday I will be playing more Five Nights at Freddy's, which seems to be one of the more popular game series of the bunch that I stream. And then Saturday I'm doing celebratory stream because this channel hit 600 subscribers recently. So yeah, alright, looks like everything's up and running properly. I'm gonna turn the volume down a little bit though. However, though, won't lie, this actually may not be the last stream of this period. I am kind of debating right now, depending on how I'm feeling, at least later on. I might consider sneaking in another stream, but I haven't really decided anything yet. I'm gonna update the graphics. There we go. Looks like everything's running properly. I'm not expecting this one to be a very popular stream just because, as I said earlier, this isn't a very well-known or popular game, at least. The community is very... It's not that it's like a bad game or anything like that, it's just it has such a tiny community behind it. So with this one, you gotta decide your character. There are a couple different roles. Pretty much all that's really different within it is really just the title and then just your starting equipment. The aristocrat is the most difficult of them all, just because all you get are set of bandages. Then you have like the gamekeeper, where you get quite a lot of stuff. And then let's see, there's the inventor, where you get some tools and a couple other devices. The officer, where you get some weaponry. Cook, where you get a bunch of food. You got the artist. You kind of get the idea looking at this stuff. The old soak. And yeah. So yeah, I'm probably going to do 2 run-throughs of this game. What I was thinking is I do one of them as the aristocrat, as the second one is the aristocrat, which is definitely the hardest one of the bunch. And then I was thinking I'd move towards the officer for the first one. And so then the next step is basically you gotta create your world. So, yeah, there are several different island types. And let's see. Yeah, ranging from industrial, castle, rural, mountain, fens. I usually like to try to do one of each. Sometimes I'll pick out the fens. But other times, just because the center island is rural, sometimes I'll do fens instead of the rural. And you can also edit your robots and yeah, determine what exactly is who you're going to be encountering throughout the entire thing. gonna turn off the landowner for now. Because I know the last time I played this game, there were bugs within that one. I don't know if that's the case now. Maybe I'll leave it on for my second run through of it. But, yeah. And we're gonna go ahead and build it. So if it wasn't obvious already, basically part of this is they'll kind of explain the story right at the beginning, but there are pieces that I'm going to have to be hunting down throughout all of these islands in order to win this game. And then there are going to be some antagonists I got to hold off. Okay, I
If you
think this
can
is
hear
important.
this, then the experiment has gone terribly wrong. I fear you may be trapped on the archipelago, but don't panic. The standing stones should be nearby. With them, and some luck, you may still be able to escape. Listen very carefully, and you might just survive. I am afraid pieces of the device are now scattered across the islands. They became quite hot during the experiment, so perhaps you could look for the smoke. Bring any you find back to the standing stones, then we should be able to get you home. I'm dreadfully sorry, sir, but this does mean postponing dinner preparations. I do hope you remember to eat something. You must try to keep your strength up. Perhaps some tea and biscuits from one of the nearby houses? The residents won't mind because they're not at home. Oh, and do be careful, sir. You're being hunted.
So if it wasn't obvious already by the accent of this is a very British game. So if you kind of didn't understand the story, the idea behind it is that you were involved in like a
Very
teleportation
useful.
like
Now you can
experiment,
observe your pursuers
and
while
that
keeping a
experiment
safe
went horribly
distance.
wrong and left you trapped on this island. So now what I need to do is
Excellent. You found
however the device
Return
pieces
that
of it
fragment to the standing
basically
stones
spread
and leave
all
it
across the
there.
built
You'll
island.
be
So I need to
one
collect
step
all the
closer to
pieces
home.
without dying, basically, without getting hunted down by all the antagonists. Let's see. Yeah. And then pretty much this teleporter basically sent me towards an
Forgive me,
island
sir,
filled up with
but
robots that
perhaps
will
it's worth mentioning that your
filled up with
fees
robots that
should
tend to
be
hunt people
well
for
hidden,
sport. So
provided
you can
you
see the
keep to
balloon
the
right
heavy
there. The balloon
foliage.
is searching for me. And then we'll almost certainly see robots pretty early on. Yep, right there. Or why it's not displaying their visors. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, there are two right there, too. So during this process, I have to collect stuff to survive, which includes weaponry that I can use to fight off any robot that sees me, or can use to get food, because that's my vitality right there. Need to keep that up as full as possible.
It looks like there's something useful in there.
Uh,
Oh,
no,
and if you
there's
find
nothing
anything
good in there.
edible, don't look at it too closely.
So I see there's an island over north of here. That's probably gonna be my first destination. It's nothing good in there either. Uh-oh, what's going on? Question mark means that they're searching for something. They think they found They think they potentially found me, or they heard noise that they're investigating. Oh, this is a good item. Okay, they're gonna hear that. Or not. I'm going to first head towards that area. Go to the first island of the four. Yeah, as you collect more pieces. Oh, there's a piece over there. Maybe I should run over there and go grab it quick. But as the game goes on, as you turn in more pieces, or as more time that you spend in this game passes by, the enemies will tend to get harder and harder. Because pretty much all there is right now is just those robots walking around where they have a shotgun, or and as well as that balloon. Eventually, they'll add stuff like hunting dogs. I know there'll be a mayor in some of those towns that will be monitoring the areas. Other times there will be let's see, I believe there are scarecrows that will follow me if they see me and release noise that will notify anybody around. And at the end, robotic it's sort of like a robotic horseback rider, basically. Because they're riding like a robo horse with jetpacks floating on it. Then they'll try to run me over if they see me. I don't know how much of this will. Oh gosh, quite a few robots over there. Yeah, I'm gonna turn in this piece quick and save. I hope I don't have to fight any of these
Splendid.
robots off early.
But do be careful finding the next one.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna turn in a part that early because I usually like to try to grab 3 or 4
Be
at a
very
time.
observant, sir.
I like.
Startled wildlife could help you to spot your pursuers. The eyes and ears of local fauna might be sharper than your own.
Yeah, I usually don't like to turn in pieces like one at a time like that. It's just that that's one of the larger sized pieces. And so I think it's important that I drop off that one before I go to a whole new island and potentially get another one of those large pieces. Alarm clocks are very useful. Because eventually also as you get later in the game, lots of those pieces are going to be, some of those pieces are going to be guarded. So it's useful to have some tools that you can use as like distractions. Alarm clocks are one of those. Other options include, I believe there's a train set you could potentially get that'll cause lots of noise. Empty glass bottles. This is a weird setup. Oh gosh. I forgot how that thing exists. I think that thing does try to kill you, but
There
I've
are
never
a number of islands
really
in
had an
North
encounter with it.
Each of them is likely to have fragments of the device for you to collect. Try not to get lost.
Alright. Oh, we got 2 pieces over there. I like that. Trying to figure out which button it is that will open up my inventory. There we go. Because I better equip some weaponry. Oh, I don't even know why I have that as well. I should discard that too. Yeah, there's usually 3 to 4 pieces in each island. It's nice to see that there's 2 of them over here. Oh boy. Trying to hope that one is not being guarded, but I worry it might be. Alright, got that one. Okay, that one is being guarded. I'm gonna wait for that one to go away. And then this is where one of those alarm clocks might come into play. Can't tell what area this is. I wonder if this is the rural part of the map I set up. Yep. So now they're gonna go see what's going on with that alarm clock. Here we go. Got it. Yeah, robots like those, they will investigate sound. We're wondering what those colored things are that you see floating around. Those are wisps, I think is what they're called. They will lead you towards a teleporter piece. What I might just do is follow that. Sometimes they'll probably be slower than if you had like some sort of tracker that would tell you where it is, but and they could also potentially lead you into a giant pack of robots, especially later in the game. But they're pretty useful at least later on. Oh, right there. That's probably what it's leading me to. I see no notifications making me think this piece isn't being guarded. Oh, never mind. It probably is, actually. Okay. I wonder, do I want to try to take out some of them, or should I save my bullets? I'm gonna need to get more food, so I'm tempted to actually take out those robots. Got him. Yeah, they'll sometimes have like blueberries with or something like that, which can be pretty handy. Ooh, okay. I wish I had a set of matches though. Yeah, meat will get you a huge amount of vitality back. Where's that other one? Oh, there he is. Another thing of meat. I'm gonna go back to that campsite and see if there's a set of matches. Because they usually have barrels right around the campsites, and sometimes they'll have a set of matches where I can light a fire and then cook this meat. I have no idea if these are all the pieces that are in this area, or if there are more hiding somewhere nearby. No?
I know you're not used to preparing your own meals, sir, but I'm sure you can master roasting game on an open fire. That smoke can be seen for miles, however, so do be quick.
Oh, I jinxed myself there, because... Oh, two robots. I'd rather not pick them off, unless if I have to. What I'd like to do is visit that village. See if there's anything I can grab from it. Hopefully they're just walking through the village. They seem to be walking away from the village. Oh crap. I didn't notice there were crows. Bear trap. Chocolates. Chocolate biscuits. That's useful. I think these robots are here to stay. Making me wonder, should I pick them off? Because I'd like to grab stuff from here, if possible. Ooh, axe.
A
That is a
weapon?
very good item.
Do be careful with that. I really think violence is best left to the experts.
Yeah, axe is a very good item. about the balloon being right there. See, there's like a church building right there. Or no, that's just a house. William, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Shotgun.
What? Retreat. Oh dear.
There we go. Maybe I'll add this just in case. I figured that I'd be able to catch that robot by surprise. Will Triton get a second chance? I feel they will. Like I think Triton is worthy of a second chance. Like definitely while they didn't have like the best performance, I think part of it is also the fact that horizontal spinners are starting to become less and less common. So I absolutely see Triton getting a second chance. Plus, as well, even kind of going off of their fight with Manta, fights with Manta, the fact that they were able to get that robot back into the arena after the whooping they took in that first fight, especially since that bar was very badly bent after that first fight. I absolutely could see them giving Triton a second season anyway, because I think that while they didn't win those fights and lost them pretty brutally, I think they absolutely showed that they can get a robot into the arena pretty quickly, maintain it pretty well. But I certainly hope we'll see some improvements to that weapon because I don't think that weapon had the kind of bite to it that we often saw with like Deep Six. Good read. See, it's like the Bible. But yeah, in conclusion, I definitely think Triton should be given a second chance and given a second season at BattleBots. The other thing, even worth mentioning, is I know people. I'm personally not one of those people, but I know there are quite a few people that think that maybe Triton should have been in the playoffs. Ooh, gunpowder. That's with the blunderbuss, though, which I won't be using. Beginning to think I've gotten all the pieces in this area. Oh, message retracted. Okay. Sounds like you got something you're about to say, Will. Mushroom. The mushrooms are usually good to eat, but like the whiskey, they'll sometimes leave you with side effects. Oh wow, I have 19 shots with this sniper rifle. Tombstone versus Triton main event. I'd always be down for that. Like, I'd be interested. Like a match, two matchups I've been wanting. Two matchups I think a lot of people were wanting, at least at that time, were probably Ice Wave and I wanted Ice Wave and Tombstone, as well as Son of Waiachi and Tombstone, because I think both of those would be excellent matchups, at least at the time. Like they probably wouldn't. I don't know if they'd be as good now compared to what it probably would have been like back then when when all those robots are at their prime. But yeah, regardless though, I'd still be down for a main event between those two robots. I think that'd be a great fight. It'd probably feature a lot of weapon on weapon exchanges where one of those robots would end up one of those robots would eventually give out over the other. I noticed my vitality was at 25. Luckily, the hard-boiled eggs give you a lot of vitality. Bag of mints, I'll just eat those now. Those don't usually give you a huge amount of vitality back, which is why I just ate it now. Oh. So before I leave this area, I'd like to hunt down that campfire site. Just so I can cook these meat products now that I have some matches. Plus, even if you're there for the Robot Rumble 2 stream I'll be doing next Saturday, you could always request that matchup because I know there are reps of both robots, and I know I have them available to me too. So that'd be easy peasy to do a matchup like that. Maybe this is actually the industrial area. I thought this was the rural area. Oh, what's going on? I heard some gunshots. Oh yeah, there are cases where some of these robots may go rogue and start taking out each other. So sometimes you'll see bot fights like that. As you see the red exclamation point. Yeah, those that means those robots have found something and they're going to shoot it. And sometimes it ends up being each other, which can in some ways work really well in my favor. You feel like Perfect Phoenix shouldn't be scrapped? I'd agree with that because like Perfect Phoenix, I like the legacy behind that robot or behind that design because it largely represents a couple different robots who are both very successful. There'd be there'd be obviously what Perfect Phoenix is based on, which is Brutal. Well, one there was obviously the team that sold the robot to Ray and Tyler, which was Brutality, which is run by Paul, who obviously won 3 Giant Nuts and has had a lot of success at BattleBots. All right, let's do this. Yeah, that's gonna attract those robots. We're over in that area. Yep, there they go. And then it also represents Hazard from the Comedy Central era in a way, where Hazard won the middleweight competition 3 times. So I think Perfect Phoenix represents a design that has had like so much success throughout history. Is it as successful now as it was back then? Definitely not, because like I think Perfect Phoenix would lose to, as we kind of seen in BattleBots already. Perfect Phoenix would probably lose to most vertical spinners in BattleBots, because as we already saw, 2 of their losses were vertical spinners from the 2 seasons they were at BattleBots, and yeah, but that still doesn't deny that it's still a very successful design, and it's something I, of course, would love to see at BattleBots. Was also I even mentioned this with Triton as well, but horizontal spinners are just so scarce of a weapon and choice, especially with the addition of the upper deck. So I think definitely getting more horizontals and fewer verts would be very good and very interesting. There's a wisp going into this area. I wonder if there's a piece nearby. You talked with Rick on Facebook and he said it's a joke. Well, don't listen to people like that, because like there are some individuals who like to talk down robots like Perfect Phoenix, or robots that don't do that well. Like one really notable moment, at least that I've noticed in the BattleBots Facebook group, was when a group of fans were talking down Ragnarok from the 2019 season. Like, sure, Ragnarok didn't do that well, but that was a case where Tim was wanting to try something new, and this was a excellent opportunity for him to do so. Uh, but yeah, I don't like fans talking down robots like that, just because on the other hand, like lots of us fans haven't built a robot ourselves, whereas lots of these builders are very experienced this kind of thing, and like it's one of those cases where I've seen builders respond with build a better robot yourself, because there are cases where fans are saying stuff like that, and they haven't built a robot once themselves, and so what it, what the they don't know what the expenses are regarding like cost of the robot, the time it takes to make it, and other factors like that. Oh, there's a piece right here. Let's grab it. Oh, it's a large one. I'm gonna have to turn in these pieces. But yeah, like there are so many of these robots. Teams take so much
We'll have you
time
home in no
into
time.
making these robots and spend so much money designing these robots, and like that's like one of the things that's like so like highly
If your
appreciative of
antagonists have
lots of these
hunting
builders.
dogs, then might I suggest you stay well away? Those beasts have a nose for blood.
All right, so that's kind of the next wave at least. So it was just announced that yeah, I'm not going to use the binoculars. It was just announced that the antagonists now have hunting dogs at their arsenal, and so now I have to. That's another thing I have to worry about. Oh my gosh, this is what's always fun about this game is having to Tetris everything together. Oh, did I discard that? Wow, that was not wise. Oh crap. Oh crap, they found me. Oh crap, I may be screwed. damn, that didn't do well. Perfect Phoenix would do well with Tyler as a driver. You feel he would do better if he had a self-rider? Yeah, absolutely, I would agree with that. Geez, I spent so much time trying to Tetris everything together that I wasn't paying attention to my
If our
surroundings.
antagonists have hunting dogs, then might I suggest you stay
Yeah,
well
I'm gonna
away?
discard this.
Those beasts have a nose for blood.
I'll discard a set of bandages. All right, let's grab that piece. But yeah, sure, Perfect Phoenix might do better with a self-rider, but I think that makes them. While I don't like disagree with the idea or anything like that, I feel that that makes them a bit less like the design,
I'm putting
and
the
that
kettle
makes
on now,
them
sir. We'll have
that,
you home in no
and then
time.
it makes them a lot like Bloodsport in a way. I feel it kind of moves them away from the design. But then the other thing worth mentioning, and why that may actually be a decent idea within that case, is that if you remember, I don't know if you ever watched the Witch Doctors and Friends thing that they did during COVID during the 2020 season. But something that Tyler mentioned when he made an appearance on that show was that Perfect Phoenix was actually quite a ways underweight that season in the 2020 season, and I think they were underweight once again when they appeared in Bounty Hunters in the future season. So they're kind of debating what to do with that extra weight. And so one of the ideas that Tyler came up with, if I remember correctly, was that they were debating bringing in one of his lighter robots that he competes with in lighter weight classes and bring it in as like a mini bot. So the other option obviously is the self-rider choice that you brought up. I think a self-rider could be a valid choice. And yeah, if they went with something like what Bloodsport did, because that's probably the best option, that's always up there. But I think that's probably the most likely choice if they were to go with a self-rider. But that's going to be up to Tyler and Ray themselves. They're the builders of the robot. They decide what goes on it. Yeah. All right. This definitely looks like the mountain area. Yeah. I hope we get to see Perfect Phoenix back regardless, because yeah, I think it was great getting to see a design like Hazard and Brutality in the battle box. Plus, as many builders have said, Tyler is very well known for his excellent driving abilities, and definitely getting to see some of that stuff in the battle box was definitely an excellent thing to get to see. I'm gonna follow that wisp up there. Horizontal spinners main other issues that they can destroy themselves. Yeah, absolutely, especially for like full body spinners like Gigabyte and Captain Shredderator. That's a huge issue for them because those cases, some of these weapons, like Tombstone, even that was definitely an issue for Tombstone because with robots like those spinners, those spinners cause like so much, and there's so much energy that they deliver that they have to take themselves, and that tends to result in some downfalls in a way. because sometimes there are robots that just aren't able to handle their own impacts to where it causes them problems. Because I think that's kind of what happened to Tombstone a couple times during the recent seasons. Because Tombstone made a lot of upgrades the last time they were at BattleBots, and a lot of that just to modernize the robot and make it a bit more competitive. But when you do like such big design changes like that, that can result in lots of gremlins and some uncertainties and more upgrades to fix lots of those problems that I'm kind of trying to talk about. So you got 3 wisps over here. There must be a piece nearby. Oh, we got some fast moving marks up there. Those must be hunting dogs. It's like 2 bots and 2 hunting dogs up there. What would happen if Minotaur faced Tombstone again? I'd probably lean towards Minotaur winning it, to be honest, because while on one hand the size of Minotaur's bar, or the size of Tombstone's spinner compared to Minotaur's frame, like, that's a big piece of what costed Minotaur that match with Tombstone. The fact that Tombstone's bar spinner, the diameter of the bar spinner, was like equivalent to the size of Minotaur's frame, and so it gave Tombstone a major reach advantage. Something down there. Oh, there's a piece right there. We're gonna take him out. But then back to what I was saying, like, partly what helped Tombstone beat Minotaur was the fact that that blade was able to outreach Minotaur, and the size of Tombstone's bar compared to the size of Minotaur basically gave Tombstone a lot to bite into. Well, that definitely would be the case this time around too. Tombstone's definitely had a lot of problems of their own that they've had to deal with because of some of those design upgrades, and so I think the reliability is something to keep in mind. Oh man, I missed. Oh man, I missed another shot. There we go, got him. Oh, got that. Oh crap, not good, not good. Let me get away. What would and so what would happen? You would love to see Paul drive Valkyrie? Yeah, I'd totally be down for to see something like that happen. Like, I'd love to see Paul back in the game in general, back at BattleBots, but then obviously he has his reasons why he chose to step down from the recent seasons of BattleBots. that poor hunting dog right there. That poor hunting dog lost his owner. That's what happens when I shoot his owner in the face with his sniper rifle. His poor robot owner. Hoping to eventually be able to loot that area. They need to they need to give the builders more money at the end of each season. Oh, 100% I agree with that. Especially with how expensive it is to build lots of these robots. Like I know the teams don't expect to like profit from any of the seasons or anything like that, but definitely I'd like to see them pay the builders more. But part of the problem though is that BattleBots they Greg and Trey, I think they've emphasized before that they would like to do that. They would like to give the builders more money and help them fund what they do better. But sadly, they're just not able to, at least, just because running a show like this it's really expensive and maintaining the battle box, it's very expensive. I have to get rid of this one too. Oh, more shotgun ammo. Oh man, I was hoping to. Oh, more shotgun ammo. I might honestly ditch the pistol. So I don't think I'm really going to be using the pistol that much. Oh, there's another piece right over there. And this one is also guarded. Means that's another one where I'm going to have to be a little crafty. I would definitely like to get into that area and grab whatever food it has. But I don't think I'm going to be able to make that happen. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to drop this alarm clock right here. And that should attract those two robots guarding that piece. Gorgeous. Alright, that's another piece down. What would happen if Tantrum faced Huge? I certainly hope that if Tantrum ever has to fight Huge, I sure hope Tantrum has a configuration for Huge, because if Tantrum fought the way as if as they would right now, Tantrum would lose that fight to Huge pretty easily because I don't see them being able to do much to Huge, at least in their current state. But if they come up with like some sort of like contraption to maybe give them a little bit of extra height or something like that to allow them to get to the base or get something or set up something like what Jake Ewert brought or what Bronco team brought, anything like that, I think that would help them drastically in a fight with Huge. So like I think regardless, I think they need to come up with some sort of configuration to deal with Huge if they ever had to fight Huge. I'm gonna throw a bottle this way. I might need to take him out. I didn't want to do that, but I had to. Alright, another piece in the books. Yeah, you think the bike rack would be a good choice for Tantrum? That certainly would be up there. That'd definitely be a good option. Because I know the Hydra team showed that indeed, like configurations like the bike rack absolutely would work for taking on Huge. The big question though is going to be would Greg and Trey let them this time, or let anybody do that after what we saw last time? Like, not really like that they wouldn't, not that they'd say no for like competition reasons or anything like that because they want to give like Huge the upper hand, but just because like BattleBots is a TV show, they want entertainment, or at least as much of it as possible. And so it's possible they might restrict configurations like that just because they think the fight's not entertaining enough. But there are limits to how they can do stuff like that. I think I've gotten everything in this area. I think it's usually 3 pieces in each area. Oh, my vitality's low. Let's eat my ham. Oh, that's a large drop. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not sure what Tantrum would come up with if they were to try to come in with like the bike rack or something and Greg and Trey were to like deny that or something. Which I don't think they necessarily would, but they'd probably want to give the Tantrum team like a little bit of a nudge to make sure they try to make it at least an entertaining battle. But I don't know what to go on there because I don't run battle bots, so I'm not going to. It's hard to take guesses like that. Okay, I'm gonna go turn in these pieces, hopefully without getting picked off by any of the robots, and then move towards the next area. Yeah, which I have no idea exactly where it'll be. Oh, right over there. That'll probably be my next target after I turn in these pieces. Let's see, we got one of these zones. Oh, they weren't even phased by that. There we go. Got the element of surprise. We're gonna take out this one too. Although I have an odd number of bullets now. Alright. Ooh, I could use these matches and light and hook up this meat right here, because I know there's a campfire right here. Yep, right there. However, I'm gonna make sure I've explored every bit of this I can. Tantrum and Riptide would be crazy. Yeah, definitely. That'd be a pretty interesting fight. I'd certainly be interested in how the Tantrum team drives that match, because while I think Riptide absolutely has the advantage in terms of like power, definitely definitely Tantrum has like a speed advantage within it, and they could use that to try to like outdrive Ethan Kurtz and knock. Yeah, they could use it to try to outdrive Ethan Kurtz, and then maybe potentially knock Riptide off balance and force Ethan to make mistakes. Oh, I'm guessing those robots probably saw my campfire. Oh, I used my set of matches, but I didn't cook this meat. I must have eaten one of mine instead. Dang, that was a mistake. Well, that's okay. At least my set of matches has multiple uses behind it. And I'm guessing by the time I turn in these pieces, I'm probably going to start encountering the next antagonist.
Splendid. But do be careful finding the next
Alright,
one.
3 more pieces down.
I'll be quiet now, sir. Just let you get on with things. Good luck.
Just a camp. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually cook this meat this time. There we go. I'm guessing this is going to attract attention. Eat some blackberries. Oh, another axe. Already have that. I'm actually gonna do though. I'm gonna go to one of these exposed doors. I'm gonna leave the pistol behind. I'm not really using the pistol that much, so I don't think it's really worth it. Yeah, Riptide definitely has high gyroscopic forces. I don't know how long it was ago you sent that message, but yeah, that's one of Riptide's big vulnerabilities, the fact that it gyros. Like, that's really just the vulnerabilities with any drum spinners like that. Riptide, Minotaur, and so on. Like, they have high gyroscopic forces just because of how their robots are designed. That was one of the really cool things about like Ripperoni, because Ripperoni on one hand has such like high gyroscopic forces, but then on the other hand they threw in that flywheel, which is probably the most technologically advanced part of any robot in last season's field, and was able to use that to minimize their gyroscopic forces. And I'm curious how many other teams are going to include that in the next season. I know Ripperoni almost certainly would if they return once again. I know Fireball, one of the other robots who's come to Proving Grounds, they've got a they've got a uh, they've got a flywheel to their robot that prevents them from gyroing. Would Riptide ever try a flywheel? Maybe. I don't know. But if I took a guess though, I would probably predict no, just because weight might be the reason, with weight being the whole reason behind that thing. Just because Riptide would probably have to take, because I imagine like for the same reason why Cobalt doesn't have a self-righting mechanism, it takes weight to be able to run anything like that, and it's very possible that Riptide might not have that. They might be like fast approaching the 250-pound weight limit. but it'd certainly be useful if they were able to incorporate something, but that extra like 15, 20 pounds would probably have to come out of the weapon, and the weapon is the thing that really makes Riptide Riptide. Two more robots I picked off. Hopefully they got some ammo on them though. Alright, where's the door to this place? You heard Petunia might return to BattleBots? Oh, I'd definitely be down for that one. Because, like, while I don't think Petunia would necessarily do so well in the current field, because I think vertical spinners would absolutely be, like, a huge struggle for a robot like Petunia. Definitely, I don't think BattleBots has enough, like, Crusher bots or anything like that. So if anybody's curious what this device is, this device will is like is basically a tracker. It'll find pieces for me. But yeah, like I think Petunia would definitely struggle against most of the field, but it's a very entertaining robot. Plus, Crushers are another type of robot, one of the many types of robots that are kind of becoming a bit more scarce. Like as vertical spinners and drum spinners seem to be the better choice, we're seeing fewer and fewer of like crushers, hammer bots, flipper bots, even horizontal spinners in a way. And so getting to see another, that's partly why I was so excited when I first heard that Quantum was going to become returning to BattleBots last season, because we hardly ever see Crusher bots anymore. And so getting to see Quantum back, who is pretty well known as an excellent Crusher bot, definitely solved that problem. And definitely Petunia would be up there as well. Even though Petunia definitely isn't like the most effective Crusher out there, it certainly was a fun robot to watch. Jeez, where are all the pieces at? All the pieces must be... Oh, there we go. Something this way. Oh, there it is. It's guarded. Oh, I didn't even need to place. Well, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna wait for the alarm clock to go off. I should be able to make a run for that piece. What the heck is this? What the heck? I can't grab this piece. I might have to take out those two robots. Yeah, now I'm gonna have to wait for those robots to go away. And figure out how the heck I'm gonna get that piece. You think Leanne Cushing would be a good co-captain for Valkyrie? Yeah, certainly. Like, I'm always down to see Leanne back once again. Like, definitely being a part of the robot that she was kind of like the originator of. And like, yeah, Lucy, I think definitely did a pretty good job, did a solid job as like a rookie captain for Valkyrie in the recent season. Yeah, because like while it was definitely a shaky start for Valkyrie, especially during the main competition, I think it was pretty well made up for, in my opinion at least. I think it was pretty well made up for in the with how they performed and goodness, I can't get this piece. Well, this is annoying. I can't get this piece. Yeah, I can't win this game without this piece. That's annoying. What are the odds that Cobalt wins the giant nut? I'd certainly think it's up there, at least for them. Obviously, there are some big concerns with the robot. Like, definitely had some issues within the past season with self-righting. A lot of those mostly having to do with the weapon, because like the weapon fell, and so like Cobalt's a big example of like the whole reasons why they don't have a self-righting mechanism because of weight. Because I know lots of people have criticized the Cobalt team for not having a self-righting mechanism, when in reality, the truth is that they just don't have the weight for that, and they'd have to, in order to actually be able to, in order to be able to be competitive and have that destructive weapon that they're so well known for, they can't really have a self-righter. They have to rely on the weapon to self-right. That's the easiest route for them. And then obviously weapon reach is another big thing, because any robot that can beat them in the ground game and or damage their like set of forks or whatever they have will probably beat Cobalt in the long run. Because Cobalt's one of those robots where they downright rely on getting underneath the opponent to be able to land the hits that they're so well known for. Yeah, I was gonna get this piece, but I'm almost tempted to do something else just because this is not a winnable game with the fact that that piece that I was hoping to grab, I can't grab it. So it's not something where I want to just start like a whole new game file, at least, just because like how far I've kind of made it in this game. That'd make it almost sad, but I almost have to do something like that just because like that piece from back there is stuck in that rock area. Will Ethan Kurtz be cocky in season 8? I hope not, at least, but I have a feeling he probably will be, unfortunately. Just because, like, my main problems with, like, to be clear, like, I don't have many gripes, at least with the team, or like with the people they have, at least on. I don't have any gripes with like the robot. It's just like some of the attitudes the team members have is kind of the thing that bothers me most about Riptide. Because from what I've heard from like Lars, has has a huge who has a quite a few full heavyweight robots. From what he's told me about the Riptide team, like talks about how the Riptide team is full of just such amazing people, which I completely believe too. It's just there are a couple like problem team members because like there's Ethan with his cockiness. I know Stan kind of. Lots of people aren't exactly a huge fan of Stan either because of some of his views and some of his attitude in the pits as well. I'm trying to think where this other robot is. So there's one other robot I took down. Well, yeah, like outside of like those attitude issues I was kind of talking about, I have no problems with the Riptide team. Like I think it's an awesome robot. The destructive power of that egg beater is incredible. Then of course there are those like minor gripes I have with the team. Yeah, I'll hop over there and see if I can get that piece out. once again. I have a feeling I'm going to have no success at that. That's just so annoying that, like, they just get stuck in this rock like this. No way for me to be able to get that out. Yeah, I'm gonna discard those. It's just I just wanted to take him out. Would Derek Tran be a better captain for Riptide than Ethan Kurtz? Oh, we got a Squire right there. Oh, I'm dead. I'm gonna go to the main menu. I'm gonna start a new world, just because that's so annoying that, like, I had to deal with, with a part getting stuck in a rock. But yeah, I don't know necessarily that. I don't know exactly who would be the better captain for those, because like I'm sure that, like, Derek would do fine doing it, but like Ethan's already captaining that robot and doing it all, like, while while some of us might not like his personality in the field, like, he's doing a decent job, at least with he's doing a decent job maintaining the robots. And because, like, I think definitely the two deep runs that Riptide has already had speaks for themselves.
Ah, very useful. Now you can
Discard
observe your
those.
pursuers while keeping a safe distance.
Yeah, because if Ethan Kurtz was a bad captain, Riptide
It's
wouldn't
fine.
have two top 8
Return that
runs.
fragment
That's
to
for
the
sure.
standing stones and leave it there. You'll be one step closer to home.
Yeah, Derek's another one, like Lucy, who when she captained Valkyrie in the recent
It is
season,
bizarre, but perhaps it's worth
where
mentioning that
he
it
where
looks like
I
there's
think
something useful in there.
where it definitely
Oh,
went a bit
and if
rough
you find
early
anything
on
edible,
for
don't
Gigabyte
look
with
at it
their
too
new captain,
closely.
just because I know Derek had some early struggles driving Gigabyte, but I think he drastically improved his driving skills. Whoopsies. Drop the binoculars off because I'm not going to use it. Oh, there's a piece over there. Oh, another one over there. Oh, never mind. That's the same one. Oh, and it's a tiny piece. How adorable. You think Stan needs to be replaced with Paul? Yeah, maybe. But yeah, that's obviously things I'll just leave right to the team. Let them make their own decisions. While some of us might certainly have our opinions about it ourselves, it's always up to the teams. We'll let them make their own decisions. Oh, little train. I'll keep it around, but I don't find the toy train to be a very effective distraction. keep this bottle around. Oh, jar of honey. So since this was a tiny piece, I'm tempted to actually go to the first island. So I got quite an arsenal of stuff here that should be able to last me a while. Oh yeah, definitely. Like
There are
definitely
a
his
number of
attitude
islands in the
towards
archipelago. Each
towards
of
the
them is
shattered
likely to have
towards
fragments of
his
the
attitude
device
towards the
we need to
Shatter
prevent.
team when they
Try
requested
not to
that
get lost.
when they requested Riptide be reweighed after that whole little incident. Definitely that wasn't good behavior from that team. There were certainly quite a few things I had disagreements with as for how the Riptide team acted in that season, and that incident right there was one of them. Hard boiled egg. Got a church building right here. Certainly feels wrong going into one of these church areas and practically stealing from it. Like I know there's no human life on here anymore because of well, just based on what the whole story was talking about, but it still feels just wrong. Oh, there we go. There's a door. You would have a talk with him? Yeah, definitely. I'm sure. Yeah, it's something where I kind of hope Greg and Trey kind of have a little more control over stuff like that. Just because, like, I think their behavior was pretty unacceptable. I wonder if I could just sneak in there and grab this piece. Oh, there's another piece all the way down there, too. let those robots all pass by. Then I'm gonna go for that next piece. Maybe I'll use my train to distract those couple robots. Oh, and I'm drunk. There we go. Got this one too. All right, one piece left to grab. And haven't had to fight a single robot yet. Those two wisps are making me think the part is this way. Oh, it's right there. And it's unguarded too. Double bonus there. I have a good feeling that is all the pieces that I'm going to find in this area. Wow, 4 doors on this place. I know there's usually a lot of loot in these areas anyway. So now I think I have all the pieces in this area, so I'm gonna leave it and go back to the main area. Hopefully those bots don't see me. taking the boat back north. So I went in the southwest, so I assume there's probably gonna be another area east of here. Oh, I see smoke over here. Yep, there is a piece right there that I'm gonna go grab. Yep. Now, thanks to my set of matches that I have, I can cook that rabbit and get a couple meat products out of it. Did I just take out a robot? Yeah, I just shot a robot out of that balloon. That's so funny. It's like I shot at that balloon, hoping to take out the light on it. And instead, I ended up shooting a robot out of that balloon. I wonder, where's this thing going? So maybe I could sneak another piece and over to the teleporter. Oh, is that it right there? Oh, maybe not. Show me the way. Yeah, because I know when I turn in all the pieces that I've already got, the enemies are going to get stronger right off the bat. So if there's a chance I could maybe get another piece out of it before I turn in everything, that'd be super dope. Oh, right there, and it's guarded.
Be very observant, sir. Startled wildlife could help you to spot your pursuers. The eyes and ears of local fauna might be sharper than your own. I know you're not used to preparing your own meals, sir, but I'm sure you can master roasting game on an open fire. That smoke can be seen for miles, however, so
Oh, yikes, this was a terrible decision. Need to use my
I would
bandages.
advocate discretion, sir. It might be best to run and hide, but if you have found a weapon, perhaps you can use it to fend them off.
My mission to hopefully get a piece out of that ended up being a bit of a struggle. Oh, come on. Had to be a big one. Yikes, this is rough. So I definitely don't think I have enough storage slots for it all. Alright, I just need to free up 4 more storage spots. go. Now I have a bunch of pieces to turn in. Right. Got a bunch of pieces to turn in.
Splendid. But do be careful finding the next one.
Yep, so there's 10 pieces left. I bet there's one more at least on this
If your
island,
antagonists have
and
hunting
then there are
dogs,
3 each
then
in
might I suggest you
other
stay.
areas.
I'll be quiet now, sir. Just let you get on with things.
Oh, they skipped over
Good
the
luck.
hunting part of the hunting dog speech. But yeah, now the bots all have hunting dogs as well, just like they did at the end of the last game before I had to sadly drop it. Oh, and I realized I didn't check any of those bots as for the 2 I destroyed. That's unfortunate. It's kind of a missed opportunity, especially since it's possible I might have been able to acquire a shotgun, which can be pretty useful, especially later on. It's like, while I certainly like the pistol, at least, I think the shotgun is kind of where it's at. A much better weapon than anything I'd encounter. 2 bots already. Oh, and they're guarding a piece as well. Do an alarm clock trick. Now I just sit and wait for the alarm clock to go off. Alright, that's 1 piece down. Oh, what do we got there? Oh, Squire. Yeah, so with the Squires, obviously this wasn't the case the last game, but Squires are usually started out peaceful. Like, they won't fire at you unless if they know you've been shooting at other robots, or if they see you stealing from any of these places, taking stuff from it. They're like the mayor of a city in a way. It's wanting to defend its property, basically. Like, I bet if I walked up to this fella Well, I don't want to do that now when there are those bots. But I guarantee if I walked up to that fella, he would probably just wave at me. While I wait for those bots to go by, I'm going to open up a soda. See, at 5 o'clock my time right now, meaning I've been going for 2 hours. I'll probably go for like another hour and and then hopefully finish up this game the next time I stream it. But it's possible if that last game, what happened hadn't happened, it's possible I may have been able to finish that run through. Because this game is not a terribly long game. It's not like Borderlands in a way where those games take like 3 to 4 streams, like even more probably in most cases to complete. Let's see if I walk up to this guy, he'll probably just wave to me. Hello.
Something funny going on. British weather is just about perfect.
See, he's so friendly. No, he doesn't know that I'm taking stuff. If I get a hatchet, though, I'm gonna take him out. Pistol. Uh oh. I didn't want to do it to him, but he left me no choice. He must have caught me trying to steal from one of these places. That poor robot. He did not deserve that. What do I mean, drunk? Oh, and you said you would also love to see Sawblaze rip head again. I don't know if maybe you're back a little ways on the stream or something, but I know there was at one point in the stream where I drank like a bottle of whiskey to get my vitality up, and it caused me to, oh, what's going on there? perfect. And just get that piece without them knowing about it. They won't know what hit them. You also said you'd love to see Sawblaze Riptide again. I'd certainly be down for that, because certainly that was a huge driving war that we saw from those two before Riptide got stuck on their side. And certainly seeing driving wars like that are fights I certainly would love to see. Oh crap. Oh, damn. Oh, that's unfortunate. So now I gotta start all over on that bit. I gotta grab those pieces once again. Same tactic as before to get that one, and I'll probably do the same thing once again to get that other piece. Apparently that mayor was well aware that I had taken that piece. Oh, they've got a hunting dog this time. No matter, I should be able to get that piece regardless. I can't believe I did that to him this time. I just straight up assassinated him. I don't remember if there was anything useful in these. Luckily, it looks like those three aren't going to be coming my way. Pistol ammo. I would certainly like a hatchet at some point soon. Because especially for the squires, certainly hatchets are pretty useful against them. Okay, right over there is where... Take a lap around. Don't want to get too close though, because there are a lot of bots in the area. At least that clock didn't attract those other four. got a ham. Assume that over there is probably the squire. I'm gonna probably have to take him out as well. Alright, that shot should have hit. Why did Battlebots build the upper deck? I assume the reasons why they built the upper deck was probably because of the. Basically, if you might remember, at least from a couple seasons, they had the out of the arena zones. Uh, Probably the whole reason they built. Sorry, a little bit gassy. Oh, bruh, that's annoying. That didn't kill that guy. But back to what I was saying. Anyway, I think BattleBots built the upper deck because, kind of going back to the out of the arena zone, they sealed off most of those out of the arena zones because there were concerns about the safety in case of the safety of the arena, just in case if like say a light, just in case if a lipo battery was to go off. The the idea is that the battle box would not survive. The battle box Lexan walls would not survive if a battery went off right by one of those Lexan panels, resulting in lipo gas getting into basically resulting in lipo gas getting through the arena and into the stands, which BattleBots obviously would not want. So I believe they built the upper deck just because that way they kind of have a little bit of a substitute in a way. Because I think the main intention of it was originally as like a hazard that flipper bots could take advantage of. But then we ended up learning that did not end up being the case. Because it ended up, I think, benefiting vertical spinners more. Oh, no Squire this time? But yeah, to kind of add to what I was saying, like, I think it was originally meant to be like a hazard that would help flipper bots out and kind of give them something after losing the out of the arena zones. But I don't think it really did exactly what it was originally intended for. If that kind of makes any sense. But then it'll be interesting to see like what Greg and Trey have in mind for the future for the battle box, because I know they've talked about redesign. Oh, why on earth did I do that? I know they talked about redesigning the pulverizers in a way to where teams can equip the pulverizers with different things that could potentially strengthen their chances against certain opponents. But we'll have to see anyway. So I know, yeah. So I remember that Greg and Trey had an interview with Zach of Scorpios at one point, and just to kind of talk about some of that stuff. Oh boy. I did that just because I'm hoping to be able to pick up a shotgun. Oh yes, got one.
A weapon? Do be careful with that. I really think violence is best left to the experts.
my gosh. Now you kind of see why I don't like the pistol. Yeah, I'm probably going to end up ditching the pistol now that I have a shotgun. Yeah, because the pistol is definitely a decent weapon at the start of the game, but later on in the game, it doesn't really do enough to my liking. Make the pulverizer a hammer saw? Sure, certainly. Like if Greg and Trey can figure out ways to get power to it, and which I'm sure wouldn't be that hard, at least. I don't think they'd have a difficult time like powering the whole system, but certainly that'd be an idea they could try and implement in the future. Yeah, I think I'm gonna drop the pistol off here. Or pistol ammo that I'm not gonna need. Oh, why did I accidentally hit the discard button? I think Tombstone and Huge would be cool. Yeah, I'd be down for a matchup between Tombstone and Huge. That'd certainly be a fun fight. And I think Huge would stand a reasonable chance this time around, unlike most times when they fought horizontal spinners. Well, horizontal spinners are absolutely still a weakness for a bot like Huge. I think Huge is I think Huge is better built to stand its ground and take a couple shots from horizontal spinners. I wonder if this is the area I've already explored, because I'm not really getting anything out of this. I think I'm in the general area where this last piece is. Yup, it's right there. And is it guarded? Yup, it is. I have 5 alarm clocks. Luckily, alarm clocks are very useful in this game. You could see Tombstone going flying and some weapon on weapon shots. I think odds are better of Huge going flying, but it's certainly up in the air that could happen. Like, definitely won't deny that. Oh my gosh, did I start a fight? Oh my gosh, I practically started a fight. Well, that certainly got interesting. I did not expect, like, I expected to distract the robot so I could get the piece, but I just started an all-out fight between a couple of those bots.
Move along. Nothing to see here.
If I have to take out that bot, I will.
Resume patrolling.
Yeah, sadly, I don't think, if I remember correctly, you don't get stuff from bots that other robots kill for some reason. Kind of irritating, but there's nothing I can really do about that. You think Hypershock and Riptide might have a rematch? I could see that. It'd be interesting to see, like, see how much of a difference, if any, that we end up seeing between Alex versus Will's driving in a match with the Riptide. Because we know that Will tends to be, like, between the two of them, Will definitely tends to be the more aggressive driver between the two of them. But Alex definitely seems to be a bit more tactical when it comes to her driving abilities. And well, you could all, and we saw how the aggressive driving style turned out because we saw Will make a critical driving error that resulted in Hypershock's downfall, or at least getting knocked off balance for the first time. Oh yeah, I already visited that area. Yeah, I think if that matchup was to happen again, though, I think it'd be more likely to happen in bracket, since I know Balbot's, like, they've done it sometimes, but I think they tend to not throw rematches in most cases in Fight Night. Obviously, there are some exceptions to it because we saw, like in the recent season, we saw Tantrum Hydra have a rematch. Same thing with Witch Doctor Minotaur, free shipping Hydra. I don't remember if there were any other rematches that I could think of, but they seem to like to throw a few in there, but they tend to frown upon those, lean against those as much as possible. Unless if it's a case where they think a rematch would be a great idea entertainment wise. One of Riptide's my prediction for one of Riptide's opponents, I think Riptide's gonna fight Endgame in one of their fights in the next season, possibly their first matchup. Because a lot of that is, I think they're two huge names, so I think it'd make for a great early main event. Two robots that went quite far in the tournament last season, and yeah, top 8 robot versus Golden Bolt winner. And then it's a matchup that we were so close to getting in the recent season. It's just Copperhead kind of foiled that when they took out Endgame. Not that it was a bad thing necessarily. It was definitely good for Copperhead for knocking off both Endgame and Riptide in the tournament last season. Another matchup I could see them doing for Riptide is Hydra. I don't think we've seen Riptide go up against a big flipper bot yet. Whether that's like Blip, Lucky, or Hydra. And so I think it'd be a good pairing for both of those robots. But then there's quite a few matchups I could see them giving Riptide regardless. Alex needs to go weapon on weapon to stand a chance with Riptide. That depends, at
A few more
least.
of those, and we can activate the device.
Alright, 7 pieces remaining. But yeah, that depends, at least. Oh, I see another dot there. I think that's the next enemy. It is. I don't remember what the name of those units are, but those. Oh, time to run. They don't see me. Luckily, that bottle right there should throw them off my trail. But yeah, what those units were, they hide in the bushes and in any of the forests or the wildlife areas like that. They'll plant bear traps, hoping they'll step into them, and then they have blunderbusses for weapons, which are basically like rocket launchers, the British version of rocket launchers, or at least the closest to one of those. So like it's definitely does. They definitely don't have the power of like an actual rocket launcher, but they're closer to it. And all right, I want to go that bot and oh crap. Oh, there he is. Oh, nothing other than mints. I got mints from that bot. don't think I've explored that village, so I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna head over to that north area, head over to that next landmark. Oh yeah, Minotaur absolutely is up there as well. You are definitely not wrong about that pick. I could hands down see Minotaur and Riptide getting drawn against each other. There are an assortment of robots that I could definitely see BattleBots giving Riptide next season, and Minotaur is definitely on that list. So I think Minotaur and Riptide would be like a huge battle when it comes to they want to do a battle between a Grum Spinner versus an Egg Beater. Yeah, because I know that's a fight that quite a few other people I know they predict that they're going to give Minotaur and Riptide. They think that match is going to happen. I think that one is a little less likely to happen than potential other matchups, but that one is 100% up there, and I could absolutely see that happening. I do think the odds are pretty good that that matchup happens sometime in the next couple seasons. Where was it? I saw the door. Oh my gosh. I did not mean to pull the trigger there. Yeah, you're the only one in this stream. Yeah, I was kind of expecting this stream would probably be a little less popular, just because like this game that I'm playing right here, while it's certainly a fun game for the obvious reasons. Like I wouldn't stream this game if I didn't think this was a fun game. But this game typically has like a much smaller community behind it. It's a much smaller, less popular game compared to like Five Nights at Freddy's and any like the robot combat games that I've played on stream. So it didn't surprise doesn't surprise me too much that that not many people have come to this one. Certainly appreciate that you came though. Like definitely having somebody here certainly is worth it to me. I know there was a door somewhere in here. It's right there. Okay. Okay, we got two of these guys making me believe that that piece is probably going to be somewhere in this area. Yeah, because I know my Five Nights at Freddy's streams, and anytime I play like some sort of robot combat game, I know those are typically a bit more popular than these, or than this one, and sometimes my Borderlands ones. That's just because I think those are just less popular games compared to other ones I play, which is totally fine. Right there. I saw a glimpse of smoke right over there. I'm gonna go grab that piece before I go over to the northern area. And if it's large, I'll go ahead and turn it in. If it's small, I'll go ahead and I'll keep it with me and go into the northern area. Oh, and it's guarded too. Oh wow, that's a lot of units. There's 4 units. Yep, we're gonna drop an alarm clock there. Then go around. Where I'll snatch that piece by the time those robots leave. Fusion magnitude would be fun. Sure, I'd be down for fusion magnitude. Yeah, fusion. I always credit fusion because, like, even though we've seen it explode so many times. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Bruh. My weapon key wasn't working. That's annoying. It's more irritating how they didn't really respond to my alarm clock. Okay, so it's similar place right there. Okay, let's see, what do I have? Right, I have that stuff. So I know I saw that part over near the northern area. Probably say it was more the northwest. I shouldn't be in these forests. Just in case of any of those blunderbuss units make an appearance. Yeah, as the game goes later on, more areas within the land become danger zones. Just because I think eventually I'm gonna run into. Eventually, I'm probably gonna run into a scarecrow for the first time. Which those things, while they don't necessarily kill you, they can certainly be a good cause for your death. I think it'd be funny if Fusion's next weapon ended up sounding a lot like Riptide's drum. Certainly, sure. It's always crazy how loud the egg beater of ice, or how loud Ice Wave's spinner was when Ice Wave was in the field with that internal combustion engine. Oh, there's a squire in this area. Oh crap, he's shooting at me. Oh crap. Okay, at least it's not one of like the shotgun units, because otherwise they probably would have come to investigate the area. Oh my gosh. I keep accidentally hitting the trigger button. I hope to be able to find some more ammo soon, just because I'm starting to run low on it. So I'm gonna try and go for that piece over on the other side there. Hope that I actually succeed this time. So I think part of the problem I had last time was that I got too close to the hunting dogs, and the scent of me. The hunting dogs caught the scent of me, and so they led the antagonist over closer towards me. I have no light, so I can't see. There's no door on this side. Oh, where's the door on this church? There's gotta be an entrance somewhere on it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, if I show my face to that squire, he's gonna start shooting at me. Oh, where was it at? Who do I see as a contender for the #1 seed in the next season? That's a very hard question, because the answer is that I think just the answer is that there are many possible #1 seeds. Like assuming everybody who was in the recent field of BattleBots was in it. Once again, I think there are many choices for who could get that. Because like Minotaur obviously got in the recent season, they could possibly get it again. And then what are some of the other options? I think definitely Endgame could get it once again. Endgame will always be a contender for the #1 seed. Riptide might get it this time. They were the 2 seed in the recent season. They could potentially get that one step further. Sawblaze is the defending champion. They could get it too. Hydra, same thing with them. They've been a 1 seed before. There are many options for who could potentially get it.
Danger. Possible danger. Excellent sport.
That's an interesting route. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to fight off these robots, aren't I?
Lost the lighter. Lost the lighter. Around here somewhere.
Yep, we're gonna have to do it. Wait for him to come.
Excellent sport. Lost the lighter. Find it. What?
Oh, I hope I didn't split that other one. Nope, I'm out of shotgun ammo. Oh hey, Danny Zero. Welcome to the stream. Currently about 2/3 of the way through this run through. So I'm probably not going to finish the whole thing by the end of this stream. So I already had to restart the game once after a glitch within the game happened. And now I'm doing Tetris, practically. Just to try to figure out how I can maybe organize this piece. Let's see. I'm going to discard that one. Alright, so that means now I just have a sniper rifle with two shots on it, and that's it. So I better hope that the next couple areas I search, I can find something. Or I suppose if I run into a pistol again, I could... I'm not gonna kill that fella. I don't think it'd go over well. So I'd likely have to use up both my sniper rifle shots to take out that squire. Don't see one of those little guys in this area. Oh, got a bot fight happening somewhere. Oh, yep, right up there. Oh, crap, that's a scarecrow. Crap. Right there was a scarecrow.
A few more of those, and we can
Right, 6
activate
more
the
pieces
device.
left. So now I think this area should be completely free of them. So now there's really only one enemy left to meet. I assume that will probably be coming soon. But now that shows that the fields have kind of become a bit more dangerous. So as you saw there with the scarecrows, they won't try to hurt you or anything. It's just the one thing about the scarecrows is that they follow you and they cause noise, attracting other robots over to your current location. And as you saw, there were like 4 bots that were on me there. Managed to run away and get out of there. Okay, this looks like the industrial area. That's a good thing, because there are usually lots of towns there. Hopefully I can get some extra weaponry. Since obviously I am a bit drained on weaponry right now. We'll start off with this church. Binoculars, other than that, not really anything good there. More binoculars. Oh crap. We'll start in this area and start working my way over there. And hopefully not have to encounter anything along the way. But the chances of that are getting lower and lower. Ooh, dynamite. Okay, that's good. Dynamite is a very good weapon. But then that's, of course, only a one-time throw in use. So at least now I have something else at my arsenal that I can throw at the enemies if I get in trouble. And I'm drunk again. Oh, hatchet. Another useful weapon there. This area you tend to find some very... In the industrial area, you tend to find some really good loot. As you can see, I've found some good stuff. Oh crap. It's another scarecrow. Okay, he's gone. Okay, he's still right there though. grab it. Oh crap, nope, I am not. Crap. Oh crap. Finding much that I could really use. At least now. Outside of those couple of places I searched. Well, I might be forced to take this along with me. Trombone. Forgot that those things exist in this game. They hurt you more than they'll help you. But it's still funny. Alright, have a check this church area out. Yes, I have. Alright, let's go ahead and hunt down some more parts. Bear trap, blunderbuss ammo. Oh, another stick of dynamite. Oh my gosh. Right. I'm watching for the wisps, but so far haven't really seen many of them. wisp over here, a couple of them. That means I think there's a piece very close by. Oh, there's one. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to drop some stuff. Maybe what I should do. This is a risk. I'm gonna put my pistol in this slot. I'm gonna fight off those two bots. There we go. Aw. Oh, I didn't get any ammunition from that. So much for that idea. I'm dropping the pistol though. So I don't think I'll really use it a huge amount anyway. To where I think it's wasting inventory space now that I've got a little bit more weaponry. Now let's see, where is there another piece I can go grab? There's probably still two more. Because I think there's usually 3 pieces in each area. Oh, where'd that wisp go? back by that house over there. Oh, it's right over there. I see it now. I was like, this is gonna be another alarm clock. Oh, they're both over here. There's another one over there. Oh, this means I'm gonna have to discard something. Just because that piece right there is also guarded, and I may not have all the space needed for it. Oh, what to use up? Drop of empty bottle. One alarm clock left. What I may do after grabbing this piece is I may go back into that village and see if I can get another alarm clock or something like that. This is an interesting route they're taking. And I stole their piece. Oh crap, it's another scarecrow. Oh, go back for that scarecrow. Good thing I have this axe. Otherwise, I would have just kept running from it. I don't remember what scarecrows give out, though. Alarm clock. Very useful. Where's that scarecrow at? Oh my gosh. Alright, where is that darn scarecrow? Oh, there it is. Get a little pumpkin. Oh yeah, that can serve as food. I forgot about that. If I remember correctly, pumpkins give you a lot of stuff, a lot of food, of my vitality back. Other alarm clocks. Now I have 3. Saw there was another one in there, but if I only have 3 pieces left, I need to grab. I'll should only need at most 3 alarm clocks. I might be able to finish out. I might actually be able to. Oh boy, it's another scarecrow right there. I prefer. I prefer to not have to fight it. All right, we're gonna get out of here. So the objective will be turn in these pieces and then go to the last area. I was thinking I might need a second stream to finish this game, but I think I can finish it. Oh, is there a bot fight or something? Don't get what's going on over there. Don't hear any gunshots. Pet Nomad, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well today. Currently slowly making my way out of this area so I can turn in 3 more teleporter parts. And hoping to do this without getting sighted and killed by bots. Work my way around. Nice to know that these bots are at least waterproof. Now back to the main area. Where it's time to turn in these 3 pieces. And then I'll very likely encounter the last type of the antagonists. Very surprised that there are not a huge number of robots roaming through this area right now. I expected there would be many more than this. They might just be coming or something.
Splendid. But do be careful finding
Alright,
the next one.
3 pieces left. I think I don't remember what areas I haven't explored yet. I think it's this direction. I think it's the west side. Crap. Alright, let's go to that southwest point. I don't know for sure if this is the last area. I don't remember which. I've already forgot which directions it is I've explored and which ones I haven't yet. I'll eat this pumpkin though. Get my vitality back up to 100. Hopefully this is the last area. I'll find out pretty quickly because I assume I'll probably see some. As I think last but not least, I think it's the castle area. Plus, I'll see those wisps. Yep, this is the last area. So I see those things. There are pieces here. So now I gotta be real careful because I think the last type of enemy is active now. Or at least it probably is. And they're very easy to spot too. Okay, got a piece right over there. These two bots and three hunting dogs. That is not a kind lineup. Another hatchet. Get some distance, so hopefully the hunting dogs won't catch my scent. Are you joking? Don't tell me this happened a second time. Okay, never mind, it didn't. Thank goodness. I already lost one game earlier. I had to if you weren't here for that part, I actually had to restart this game because one of the pieces was completely covered up by a rock and I couldn't grab it. And you need there aren't any extra pieces. So you have to grab it, and I was not able to do that. So I had to just completely restart the game and start a whole new run through of it, which is the run through I'm doing right now. Not to mention that was the first time I had ever had that happen to me, and then I almost my heart almost sank because I thought that was going to happen a second time. Yeah, that certainly did suck. Yeah, in that case, I think I was around halfway through it, at least when it happened that time. Whereas this time, I'm probably more like 80% of the way done with this game. trying to find where the entrance to this church is. Oh, there it is. Matches. Surprised I haven't seen this last unit yet. Oh, there's one of the other pieces. Oh, and there's the last one. Okay, so there's one right there, another right there. Those are the last two pieces. Oh, there's the last unit right there. So that is like a. So what that is, that's base. That thing's basically a horseback rider in a way, and what it'll do is if it spots me, it will try to run me over. When did this game come out? I believe this one was the early 2010s. It's a pretty small game with a very small gaming community. So it wouldn't surprise me if you hadn't heard about this game. But it's a fun one, I think. Alright, let's see if I can get this last one. Oh, I worry about that area. I worry about those guys coming over. I thought about throwing one of my sticks of dynamite at these three. Alright, that should be the last one. Now I just need to get out of there. I just need to exit over to the other air, exit over to the homeland, turn these three pieces in, and that's the game. Oh gosh. Well, now you know how the sticks of dynamite work. Although I better be careful not to try to play this too risky. It's pretty much because now all I have left is a one stick of dynamite and my hatchet. Well, I should also check out these robots, see if there's anything I can see if there's any shotgun ammo I can salvage. Oh, bot fight. It's the Hunger Games all over again right now. These bots are all shooting at each other. And I get a front row seat. So, one of those bots went rogue. Honestly, I might just use that as a way to try to get out of here. Because I really shouldn't risk getting killed. Because if I get killed, I'll have to grab those 3 pieces once again. I think I'm better off making my way back to the teleporter and just turning everything in. Oh crap, a scarecrow. I don't care. I'm running. Luckily, the scarecrow backed off. Alright, now my thing is saved. Now I just gotta turn in the pieces, and this game is over. But I gotta do it without getting killed. So if I have to sneak around, if I need to sneak around, I will. The hunting dog right there is just running around.
A few more of those. Sir,
Yeah, we beat it.
I'm bringing the device up to speed now. I hope you won't consider this impertinent, sir, but I'm amazed you survived. Hang on. We'll have you out of there in 3, 2, 1.
They should have thrown a scene in there where the bots are approaching the area. Because the bots would absolutely, if they saw anything like this, they would definitely be investigating it. But yay, there's the game.
They're coming. Damn! They're shooting.
So yeah, that's the game right there. So that's Sir You Are Being Hunted. It's a pretty short game overall. It's just there are many characters you can play around with. The plan is going to be to eventually do a second stream of this game, but this time I'll play as the aristocrat. That time I'll be playing with the aristocrat, which is going to be the more difficult one of the bunch, just because whereas with the officer, back to it. Whereas with the officer, I had all sorts of stuff here. That is not the case with the aristocrat. All I have is the bandages. So, that's going to make this one a little bit harder, especially at the start. But that's going to be for another day, So yeah, I'm going to call it for this stream. Thanks to everybody for tuning in to this one. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button for more content. I do a pretty large variety of streams, of different games. because I know some of my more popular ones I play, because I know this stream wasn't really that popular, which makes sense to me. I didn't think this stream was going to be as popular as some of my others. Yeah, I play assortment of games ranging from like Five Nights at Freddy's to Counter-Strike 2, Borderlands, so on. And I have quite a few other games that have been requested that I plan to stream within the next couple weeks. So yeah, I may sneak a second stream in tonight playing through Borderlands 3, or maybe might do that tomorrow morning before I leave to head back to parents' place. And but regardless, though, it was fun. So great that I managed to get through the entire run through of this game. So once again, thanks for tuning in, everybody, and I will see you all next time. Have a good rest of your day, everybody.